Probably the most famous management theory in the world ever is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And Maslow was actually studying happiness originally, but his theory's been used and applied to motivation as well, and it works really well. It's a great theory, I have to say. And he says that there are these needs that human beings have, and it starts with just having enough food and being warm enough. He called that physiological needs. Most of us are lucky enough to have those things, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But in leadership terms, you don't have to worry too much about that, because that's sorted. The next level above, effectively the first one you come to in management, is security. And Maslow said that we have to have security before we can build on that and go on up to all the other things like challenge and interesting work and all the stuff that happens at the top. So he says if people are insecure, it's going to be a problem. And I absolutely agree with him. People are never going to be motivated if they don't feel secure. So how can we make our workforce, our team, feel secure? And that's what we're going to look at in this next section. The inspirational leader knows that fear doesn't work as a motivator. This idea of keep them on their toes is just a rubbish idea. It's ridiculous to use fear to make people work harder. But it happens all the time. In fact, only a couple of weeks ago, I was in a business and they were telling me that the boss's favourite phrase is, everyone's replaceable, you know. And you just think that's such a terrible way to manage people, because it doesn't keep them on their toes. All it does is make them feel insecure. And then they're always covering themselves. They can't relax. They can't take risks, because if it goes wrong, they're going to be in trouble. They can't soar, they can't fly if they're just terrified of what's going to happen if they have a problem. So if you're going to get people to be creative and care and great, you're never going to get that by threatening them and making them feel insecure. And I think this is one of the many snags with bonuses. I'm going to come back to bonuses in a separate video, but I think you can see that people are less likely to take a risk if they might lose their bonus, even before you start on the hedonic treadmill, as it's called, which means that we get used to whatever we get. So we get a bonus and we love it, but then we expect that, and then we always want more and more and more. And then we hate it if we don't get it. If we don't get an improvement, it's bad enough. But if we get used to it and then it's taken away again, we're really unhappy. Fear of things being taken away is more powerful than the motivation of getting that thing. Security, it is powerful. If you make people feel insecure, it has a powerful effect on them, but the effect isn't what you want. It isn't to make them more creative and more excited about their job. They'll just withdraw into their shell. So how do you make people feel more secure? And the first thing is to give them maximum information about the bigger picture. Tell them what's going on in the company. Otherwise, you'll just end up with lots of rumours, and the rumours will be mostly false rumours and mostly bad news. You never get good rumours, do you? It's always, oh, bad, or apparently they're going to get rid of this, or they're going to change this. So give them maximum information, because we want them to feel secure in their job. So just think about the people you've got working for you. How secure do you think they are? Do you think they're living in fear, or do you think that they feel safe?